Hey, what's going on everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today I'm going to be doing a little 4K Lowlight video test with the new Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. As you can see, I'm currently outside. The sky is dark, the sun is down, so I want to test this out to see just how well it performs at night when recording 4K video, when recording at 4K 30 frames per second and 4K 60 frames per second. Now, this is actually going to be my first time recording any type of Lowlight video with this device right here, so this is going to be a first for me, but I'm going to let you all be the judge down in the comment sections below and letting me know what you think, if you think it performs well or if you don't think it performs that well. Now, usually at night, videos can tend to get a bit grainy when recording with pretty much any type of smartphone, at least with my experience, so really curious to see just how well this is going to perform. We'll be testing out the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera, like I said, both at 4K 30 and 4K 60 frames per second. But before we get started, let me give a huge thanks and shout out to the sponsors of this video, Subcase. Subcase provides great protection with their cases. I've done drop tests with their most popular case, the Unicorn Beetle Pro, and my devices always came out looking like new. And the same goes for their new Exo series. It's got a cool new look to it while still providing great protection. Now, not only does Subcase make some great cases, but they are also giving away a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra with a case of your choice. To enter, just click the link in the description below and make sure to use secret code JOSHQ100 to get yourself an extra 100 entries. Now hurry before it's too late because the giveaway ends September 2nd. Also, don't forget to check out some cases using the link below. So again, big thanks to Subcase for sponsoring this portion of the video. All right, so let's go ahead and get this test started, starting with the front-facing camera. And boom, we are now on the front-facing camera, recording at 4K 30 frames per second. Let me know what you guys think about the overall quality. Also, let me know how well my voice is coming through the mics. In a fairly dark area right here, I got a couple lights around me, but I'm gonna keep walking. Also, let me know what you think about stabilization. Now, usually what I do in these videos is I'll do a little jog or a little run, but I actually hurt my back pretty bad at work, so I can't really do any heavy activity right now, any heavy movement. So I'm just gonna continue walking, and this should give us an idea of what stabilization is gonna be, especially if you use your smartphone to vlog or you're walking around talking to the camera. This is kind of what it's gonna be like. And I'm not using any special gimbal or anything like that, just a small handheld tripod. So let me go ahead and walk out here to the street. I don't have too much traffic here. I got a couple cars driving by. Go ahead and get some of the background there. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is 4K 30 frames per second. I'm going to pan around one more time. Let me walk this way a little bit more. Go ahead and walk this way, and then we'll go ahead and switch it up to 4K 60 frames per second. All right, so we're now at 4K 60 frames per second, giving us a little bit more of a smoother experience here when recording video. And I got a little bit more light facing me right here, as you can see as well. About to walk into a little bit more of a darker area, so we'll be able to see how well it either keeps me in focus or it might start getting grainy. And here by the viewfinder, it does look like it's starting to get a little bit grainy, but at the same time, it still has that smoothness to it because of the 60 frames per second. But I'm just gonna continue doing a little bit of walking here so we can check out stabilization. I'll go ahead and pan this way so you guys can see the street behind me. There it is. Let me know what you guys think. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and walk out to the street because it is a little bit darker out here, and we can really see how well this camera is going to do. At least when recording 4K 60 in the front facing camera, we'll see how well it does in a really dark area like this. Look at that. There we go. So let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and switch it up to the rear facing camera. All right, so we are now on the rear facing camera, recording at 4K 30 frames per second, starting off in the more darker area here. I'll go ahead and pan to the left so you can kind of check that out. Let's go ahead and keep walking. You can check out stabilization as well. Walking into a little bit more of a lit up area here. As you can see, we got the lights from the store to my right. Now, one thing I do want to test out is how well autofocus does in a low light situation like this. So let me go ahead and walk out here where it's a little bit darker, and I'll just hold my hand up with my mask to the camera. And yeah, look at that. Autofocus is actually, it's pretty fast, even in a low light situation like this. Let me go ahead and hide the light with my body here. One more time. Yeah, look at that. Autofocus still working good. So let's go ahead and keep walking. Now, the cool thing about recording at 4K 30 frames per second like this is you can use all three lenses. So if I want to use the zoom lens, recording at 5x zoom. Now, you're probably not going to want to be using this at night. As you can see, the quality isn't going to be the best, at least from what I can see here in the viewfinder, but it's still pretty cool that we can be able to do that. Or you can use the ultra wide angle lens without having to stop the video recording. So I can just keep on walking using that ultra wide angle lens. And then when I'm ready to switch back to the main lens, just press the button, boom, back to the main lens. And video stabilization will be supported no matter which one of those lenses you use. Let's go ahead and walk out here to the intersection. Want to see what that looks like here. Stabilization seems to be doing pretty good. Let me go ahead and pan around. There we go, that's 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go ahead and switch it up to 4K 60 frames per second. Okay, so we are now at 4K 60 frames per second, and already I can see a difference. It just looks a lot more smoother, definitely doesn't look as grainy, but then again, we are in a bit of a lit up area here. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep walking. But even if I point out to the street, like earlier when I pointed out to the street, I noticed we did get some graininess, but now it just looks a lot more smoother. Now, as far as stabilization goes, let me know what you guys think. Of course, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video, see what that looks like. Now, when recording at 4K 60 frames per second, you are not able to switch in between lenses like you can with 4K 30 frames per second. So I can't zoom in, I can't zoom out to the ultra wide angle lens. Actually, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, so we can zoom in actually 10 times, as you can see there, but look at that. It actually gets pretty horrible. So let me go out to 4x zoom, see what that looks like. Doesn't look the best, but it's actually pretty smooth when I move around. Let me go ahead and zoom out to 2x. There we go. Still getting a pretty smooth experience, but again, not the best quality. And then back out to 1x. I'll go ahead and just keep walking here so we can really check out stabilization. Seems pretty smooth in the viewfinder. Now go ahead and walk out to the street right now where it's a little bit darker, so we can see how it performs out there. Let me go ahead and walk out here. See, I think we got a car coming. Nope, parked on the side, but look at that. So in the viewfinder, it looks really good actually, a lot better than 30 frames per second. There we go, go ahead and walk back out to the sidewalk. So there we are, this is 4K, 60 frames per second. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so there you have it, a little 4K low-light video test with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. What do you guys think about the overall quality with both the front and rear-facing camera? Which mode do you think is better to record with in a dark situation like this? 4K 30 frames per second or 4K 60 frames per second? Let me know down in the comments sections below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to leave it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. And again, don't forget to check out our sponsors of this video down in the description below. Pick yourself up a case so you make sure you get the best protection for your device. But again, thank you so much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.